Hi guys, and welcome to this video, the first of the year. I want to show you basically my new system, how I'm going to be generating income from my content this year. The problem that I see virtually daily is creators trying to start out too big. They have a big idea for a course, a book, and it's just too big for their current audience, their current abilities, their current system. So this is all about solving $7 problems, which is a simple way to grow an online business in 2026. Let's dive in and have a look. So I've done this little infographic and it shows you here, this is why creators get stuck, give up, and try something else. Um, because what they're trying to do first is just too big. So they start trying to build a massive course, a book, which is hard to finish. That's a little there. It's difficult to sell $50 products, $97 products, $500 products if you don't have an audience and your audience doesn't trust you. So what we need to do is build trust with our audience first. And this way we're going to stop burnout and basically launching stuff that never sells. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to build a series of products that solve one and only one problem. So these are problems that you can basically summarize in one sentence. Okay, my meals are boring. My workout's boring. I can't get my child to sleep at night. Simple questions and quick, simple problems that people have. They may comment on your articles, they may comment in communities, wherever. You'll see it online all the time, people referring to similar problems. So you're going to solve that one problem. Okay, and what you're going to do, you're going to charge a low amount. Now, I say $7. That can be $9. It could probably go up to $17. But I think $7 is a really good sweet spot to start with. So you're going to create free content, okay, that addresses the problem, that's related to the problem. You're going to create a solution, which is your book, your guide, a video, whatever you need to do, and you're going to sell that. Okay, so that's going to create a sale. It's going to build an audience. You have a buyer as a customer. After that, you can find out what other problems they've got. You can solve them. You can put together 5 or 6 of these little problems that are related into a higher price course. But for now, we're just going to create $7 problems. So let's go and look a little deeper at this. Right. Why should we solve $7 problems and create these short, simple courses? We're trying to solve one small and annoying problem. Okay. We don't need a funnel. I will show you what passes for a funnel in my world at the moment. We don't need to hard sell. Okay. We can just say, by the way, if you're still having this problem, check out my report or check out my book. And we're going to get much higher conversions than if we tried to sell something bigger and more expensive. Right. So let's deal with these points. Solve one small problem. For example, my child won't go to sleep at night. I don't have time to cook each evening. My workouts are boring. These are just general everyday annoyances that people have. Okay. Because the cost of your product is so low, it's just like buying coffee. They don't think about it. If somebody came along to you and said, hey, can I borrow your car? Someone you didn't know, you're going to say no. If that same person came up to you and said, hey, any chance of a stick of gum? You're more likely to say yes, okay, because it's not a big imposition on you. So that's what we're doing. No funnel needed. Okay, you don't need a funnel. You don't need a hard sell. Okay, you're going to create related content and send that to an offer. Let's go and have a look at that. Right, so here is an article I've published today. Okay, it's just a simple article Nothing complicated. It took me 20 minutes to write. Okay, at the bottom here. So here we've ended the article. The plan is to continue what I started doing on Gumroad in December and see how the stats stack up after a few months. In December, I published a free pay what you want report. Okay, so that's that one there. If we click through, that's the guide there. It was free or pay what you want. Some people have paid for it. Most people have downloaded it for free. I still collect or build an audience from that. This week I published my new book on Gumroad rather than Amazon, and it's already turning out to be a good decision. After 3 days, I've earned almost 75% of what Amazon paid me in a year. That is genuine. I think I've almost today, we've got to 100% of what I got paid by Amazon last year. And I've already got this money. I published it 4 days ago. The money's already in my Stripe account. My Amazon money sits in Amazon's bank account earning interest for 3 months, up to 3 months or whatever. So, I mean, this is a no-brainer. Cold hard cash is better than ego anytime. So that's the book there, and I linked to the book. And you can see it here. $7 problems. There we go. Get the book for $7. Blah, blah, blah. I use, this is just a by the by, I use PPP. So I'm here in Spain. You can see I would get a 33% discount. People in India would get a, I don't know, 60% discount. It doesn't matter. Okay, you're still building a list of customers who have the ability to pay. Okay, I actually love doing these PPP sales because you're helping somebody who wouldn't normally or would normally have to spend a lot more than someone else because of where they live. Okay, so it's good. So you do that, and then you've got sales page here. This converts better than almost anything I've seen. It's crazy. Everyone looks at Gumroad and goes, well, yeah, it looks rubbish. This converts really well. So let me show you that. So this is the $7 problem, so $7 price point. You can see direct is converting at 16.5%. Gumroad recommendations, of which there's been 50 of them, and we've had made 24 sales. So we pay Gumroad 30% commission on that. Doesn't matter. Converts at 48%. Their algorithm works really well. It knows what people like and recommends what they like. So it's brilliant. And this is just from my Gumroad account converting at 26%. So that'll be previous buyers converting at 26%. This is the pay-as-you-go product. Okay. 37%, 51%, 42%, 48%. Crazy. But you will notice pay-as-you-go where people can grab it for free if they want. The Gumroad, it's converting at 51% to 48%. There's not much difference there. From my account here, 14 at 26%, 10 at 28%. That's crazy. I mean, those figures are so similar. And then what was the other one we had? Direct. This one here is actually the same as the direct IM one, 16% to 37%. So there's a big difference there. But for the other ones, they're very, very close. So that's why I recommend that you create small offers and charge $7. Okay, so write a book, write a guide, create a video, put it on Gumroad. Okay, build up a few sales. I think you make on Gumroad, if once you've made $100 in sales and received a payout, you can then use their email system. And that is really good because you've got an email service provider there that works, converts really well, gets good delivery, and it's built into the system. Okay. So you're not actually paying for it. So you're not paying your $47 or whatever you pay for kit, and it's all built in. Yeah, this just works. So there's the infographic. That's what we're talking about. Give it a go. Any questions, please pop into the free forum. I've put a link down below. You can come and join us. We talk about this. You can see actually how I wrote and published a book in 150 minutes or 2.5 hours on Monday, and we've already basically beaten the Amazon sales for a year. So come and check that out. Thanks a lot, guys. See you for a few more videos this year. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye.